Do you remember a period in your life where you was very stressed and you felt horrible and you had zero motivation? That could be because of your testosterone levels. Did you know that stress could be secretly destroying your testosterone levels? And why does this matter? Why does testosterone matter? High testosterone equals to better muscle growth, and better muscle growth will help you build muscle faster, especially if you're trying to optimize your gym results. And to add on top of that, testosterone is important for energy, so your overall mood and your confidence, which is super important in life in general. Imagine a life where you can't build much muscle, you have low energy, and you have no confidence. Now, to give you a brief overview, in this video we are going over the biology behind stress and solutions to protect your testosterone. Now, before I get into the video, I have a free Discord server for young men on self-improvement. So if you're on self-improvement, go join that right now. It's in the top link in the description. We discuss testosterone and gym. Now, what is stress? Stress is your body's natural response to challenges or threats, activating the fight or flight system. I live in the UK, in London, right? In London, there's a lot of people trying to rob each other. For example, when I would see a guy in a balaclava coming towards me, my fight or flight system was activated. And you know this is activated because your heart starts beating a little faster, you're more aware of your surroundings, because your body is getting prepared for whatever's going to happen to you. So your body thinks it's going to be attacked by the saber-toothed tiger and is trying to protect you. Now, stress triggers the release of cortisol, which is also known as the stress hormone. And cortisol's primary role is to prioritize survival by diverting energy away from non-essential functions like testosterone production, IGF-1, growth hormone, things like that. Because remember this, your body is always trying to prioritize either survival or reproduction. And if your body thinks that it's in danger, then your body will start to prioritize survival over reproduction. And when that happens, your body stops producing anything that increases your metabolic rate, like IGF-1 and testosterone. Testosterone is just a secondary gift you get to not being stressed and living your life. Testosterone is not the primary goal. The primary goal is to survive. Testosterone and cortisol have an inverse relationship. When testosterone goes up, cortisol most of the time goes down. Not all the time. But when cortisol goes up, most definitely testosterone goes down. Now, testosterone is produced in the testes. If you don't know how testosterone is made, let me give you a brief overview. Now, it starts from the hypothalamus, which is a part of your brain, and then that releases GnRH, which takes it to the pituitary gland, which releases luteinizing hormone and FSH. It goes all the way down to your testes, and then that's where the magic happens. That's where all of your testosterone is made. Some of your testosterone could be made by the adrenal glands, but not as much. When cortisol levels spike, these signals are disrupted, which reduces your testosterone production. Now, the long-term effects of high cortisol is reduced sperm production and quality. So if you think about it, if you want to have kids when you're older, you having high cortisol can be preventing that. Increased body fat, which further lowers testosterone, and there's a good biological reason why your body fat goes up. When your cortisol goes up, your body's prioritizing survival, like we said before. And your body thinks that you don't have enough food. That's why it increases body fat, so you hold on to whatever fat you have for extra energy. Because if you're in the wild and you have no food, you're going to want higher body fat, so your body has energy to survive. In this modern day period, we have plenty of food, we don't have to worry about that. But our bodies are made for very specific purposes. A couple thousand years ago, the world wasn't so fucking nice. High cortisol also leads to muscle breakdown, which is catabolism, hindering your gains. This is part 3, how to reduce stress and protect your testosterone levels. And I'm sure I've gone over by now how important your testosterone is. First thing, which is the most important, improve sleep quality and quantity of sleep. Sleep reduces cortisol and boosts testosterone production. During sleep, that's when most of your testosterone is produced. The process that I talked about before, from the hypothalamus, pituitary gland to the testes, all of that happens during sleep. So what do you think is going to happen when you're having less sleep? Less of that is happening. Sleep has a very good effect on reducing your cortisol. Now, if you're not sleeping, then your body might automatically think it's in survival mode. Oh shit, we can't sleep because we have these people or animals attacking us. right? So your cortisol goes through the roof. To avoid this, aim for 8 to 10 hours sleep. Now, when I say 8 to 10 hours, a lot of people think, okay, I'm going to be going bed for 8 hours. They pick the minimum amount of sleep and not take into consideration that hours in bed does not equal to time slept. If I go to bed at 10 p.m. and I'm going to wake up at 6 a.m., you might think that's 8 hours. But really and truly, that's about 7 hours. Because by the time you brush your teeth and you go into bed, you relax. Most of the time you've been overstimulating yourself on your phone. By the time you fall asleep and you get off the early stages of sleep, which really doesn't do anything for your hormones, then it's roughly going to be about 7 hours or 7.5. So what I suggest you do is go to bed an hour earlier to the amount you want to sleep. So if I want to sleep 8 hours and I want to wake up at 6 a.m., I'm going to be going bed at 9 a.m. So I have 9 hours of bedtime and 8 hours to sleep. Number 2 is manage your workouts. I used to train like a madman every day, couple hours per day, and then I realized I have high cortisol levels because overtraining leads to high cortisol. You need to have optimal training for optimal results. Keep training sessions very intense, but keep it under 60 minutes. Now I understand sometimes if you do martial arts, I completely understand because I do boxing myself, workouts are a bit longer. It could go 1.5, 2 hours. That's understandable. But especially if you're lifting weights, try keep your workouts as short as possible. When it goes above 1 hour, and studies have shown this, your cortisol levels start to go up and your testosterone drops. So make sure your workouts are not too long. Incorporate rest days for recovery. You're not a juiced up bodybuilder. You can't recover like that. You need your body to recover. So at least once a week, and I recommend 2 times or even 3 times depending on your schedule. Foods to lower cortisol. Omega-3 rich foods. Salmon, walnuts. I always talk about this. The majority of the population is deficient in omega-3. So eating as much salmon and fatty fish as possible is always good. A bit of dark chocolate has shown to reduce cortisol, and this is in moderation. Obviously, we don't want to be getting diabetes. Vitamin C rich foods like oranges and kiwis, and avoid excessive caffeine and processed sugar. Another point I'm going to make about caffeine: have coffee at least 12 hours before bed. A lot of people say don't have caffeine after 2 p.m. when you go to bed at 8. Even then I see a difference in my sleep. Drink your coffee as early as possible, and ideally when you drink your coffee after that you hit a hard workout to mitigate the effects. So caffeine could be seriously disrupting your sleep, which can also be disrupting your testosterone levels. Anything that disrupts your sleep disrupts your testosterone. Some people saw that meditation and mindfulness does reduce stress. Personally, it doesn't work for me, but everyone's different. You could try it if you want. And lastly, have some fun. Go out in social interactions, have fun, go out with your friends, go do this activity, engage in hobbies. That is shown to reduce cortisol because your mind gets distracted on other stuff other than very important work, which increases your cortisol. Make sure you don't work at least a couple hours before bedtime. That's been the end of the video. Just to recap, stress raises cortisol, which lowers testosterone, which harms muscle growth and affects your overall performance. Now, the action plan is to sleep well, train smart, eat right, and use stress relief techniques if that works. Now, if you find this video helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more tips to boost your testosterone and build your most perfect aesthetic muscular physique. Join the free Discord server if you haven't already. We discuss topics like these: gym, testosterone, overall muscle growth, and self-improvement in general. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.